I used to believe love was something so strong it could never crumble overnight. Turns out it only takes one choice, one text, one farewell. And sometimes it doesn't even sound like goodbye. My name's Daniel. I'm 38. For 8 years, I was married to a woman named Claire. We met in college. She was all light and laughter, the kind who could make silence feel alive. We weren't flawless, but we were solid, or so I thought. The cracks didn't come as explosions. They whispered, miss our quiet dinners. That distant tone in her morning texts, the kind you reread, searching for warmth, that isn't there anymore. One night, after a long shift, I came home to find her on the couch, suitcase beside her. She didn't cry. She didn't try to explain. She just said, I can't do this anymore, Daniel. I found someone who makes me feel alive again. I didn't ask who. Maybe because deep down I already knew. There's a strange calm that follows devastation. Like your body understands there's no point in resisting gravity anymore. I watched her leave, close the door behind her, taking everything that once made this house a home. The first week after she left, sleep was rare. I'd wake, expecting her side of the bed to be warm, only to find it untouched. I still pour 2 cups of coffee each morning. Old habits have muscle memory, but grief, even quiet grief, has purpose. It clears space. By week 3, I'd started running again. I fixed the leaky faucet she always complained about. I went out with friends I hadn't seen in years. Slowly, painfully, I remembered who I was before I became Claire's husband. Then came the message. It was a Saturday morning. My phone buzzed with a name I had deleted. Hey, I was wondering if I could stop by for a few minutes. I just stared at it, not because I wanted her back, but because part of me wanted to see what betrayal looked like a month later. I typed, sure, afternoon works. When she arrived, I almost didn't recognize her. Same woman, but dimmer somehow, as if she'd traded laughter for something heavier. Her eyes scanned the room. New plants, cleaner shelves, fewer pictures. She noticed the framed photo on the mantel. Me and someone else. Who's that? She asked, voice light, but trembling. My girlfriend, I said, simply. Her lips parted slightly. You moved on fast. I smiled, not with malice, but for the irony. You left fast. She looked down, fingers clutching her purse strap. She wasn't supposed to matter, she whispered. It was only supposed to be excitement. I thought I needed a spark. And did you find it? I asked. Her silence answered. She just stood there, eyes wandering, a home no longer hers. Maybe she expected to find me broken, waiting, desperate. Instead, she saw the version of me she'd forgotten existed. The man who'd learned that peace isn't given. It's rebuilt alone. When she spoke again, her voice cracked. I just wanted to see if you're okay. I nodded. I am. She seemed like she wanted to say more, but didn't. Words die when they're no longer needed. Before leaving, she paused at the door. She seems nice, she said, gesturing at the photo. She is, I replied. She reminds me I still have something to give. Claire's eyes glistened, but no tears fell. Maybe she realized the man she left behind didn't vanish. He evolved. After she left that afternoon, the house felt heavier, not with her presence, but with lingering echoes. Faint scents, old memories. But it didn't hurt the same. I sat on the couch where she told me she was leaving and noticed something strange. I wasn't angry. Not anymore. Her visit hadn't reopened wounds. It confirmed they'd healed. That evening, my girlfriend Emily came over. She noticed the untouched coffee on the table, the one I poured while waiting for Claire. Rough day, she asked. Unexpected, I said. But necessary. Emily didn't pry. That's what I loved about her. She didn't compete with ghosts. She lived in the moment. Quietly, comfortably. We made dinner together. Pasta, wine, nothing fancy. We laughed, and I caught myself studying her smile, the ease of her being. No tension, no second-guessing. Just warmth. And then it hit me. Love isn't survival. The next day, Claire called. I didn't answer. A message followed. Can we talk? Just closure. I waited 3 days. Not to punish her. I just didn't know urgency anymore. I think we already did. Finally, I wrote. She replied instantly. I made a mistake, Daniel. I didn't know what she wanted to hear. Maybe she expected me to say I still missed her. Maybe she imagined a cinematic reunion, tears washing away. Betrayal. But the truth was quieter, simpler. I had forgiven her. I had no desire to repeat the past. Forgiveness, I've learned, isn't letting someone in. It's removing their power to hurt you again. A week later, I ran into one of her friends at a cafe. Small talk until she said the thing I suspected. Claire's not with him anymore, she said. She's not doing well. I nodded. Calm. Not smug. I hope she finds peace, I said. And meant it. Life gives exactly what you're ready to handle. For years, I thought strength was holding on. It's letting go. Months passed, seasons changed. The house felt lighter. Not because someone filled it, but because I stopped leaving the door open for what was gone. Occasionally, I remembered the little things. Sunday mornings, her laughter, humming while cooking. Memory isn't always pain. Sometimes it's proof. You survived what once mattered. One night, closing the shop, I ran downtown. I saw her again, across the street, under a streetlight, hesitating. She looked smaller, stripped of certainty. We locked eyes. No smiles, no words. Just acknowledgement. Two people who once shared everything, now reduced to a nod of closure. And that was enough. Driving home, city lights blurred into soft gold. For the first time in years, I felt weightless. Not for someone new, but because I found myself again. I once believed lost love was wasted time. I was wrong. Lost love is a lesson. It teaches who you are when all else fades. Claire leaving didn't ruin me. It revealed me. She thought leaving would find her more. She freed me to become something she no longer deserved. Closure doesn't always come from final words or apologies. It comes quietly, in ordinary moments, when you stop waiting for the past to knock. I looked at Emily asleep on the couch, hair spilling, peace across her face. I smiled, not for winning, but because I stopped keeping score. In that stillness, I realized what Claire never understood. The one who leaves doesn't always return. The one left behind doesn't always stay broken.